Join me as I take on the challenge of discovering my life purpose while traveling alone. Can I figure it out on this solo adventure? I'll never forget the moment I realized that I was living someone else's dream, not mine. I was stuck in a job that didn't fulfill me, surrounded by people who didn't understand me, and feeling like I was just going through the motions of life. That's when I knew I needed to take a leap of faith and embark on a solo travel journey to discover my true life purpose. Many of us struggle to identify our life purpose, and it's not because we're not trying hard enough. It's because we're often held back by societal expectations, telling us what we should be doing with our lives. We're conditioned to believe that we need to follow a certain path, achieve certain milestones, and fit into a specific mold. But what if that mold doesn't feel right to us? What if we're trying to fit into someone else's idea of success instead of forging our own? We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we need to be successful, wealthy, and influential. But what does that even mean? Is success just about making a lot of money, or is it about living a life that truly fulfills us? We're also fed the idea that we need to have it all figured out by a certain age, that we need to have a 5-year plan, or a 10-year plan. But what if we're still trying to figure out who we are and what we want? The pressure to conform can be overwhelming, and it's easy to get stuck in a rut, feeling like we're not good enough or that we're not doing enough. It's like we're living in a constant state of comparison, always looking over our shoulder to see how others are doing. But the truth is, everyone's journey is unique, and what works for someone else may not work for us. I decided to take a step back from all the noise and embark on a solo travel journey to get back to basics, to reconnect with myself, and to figure out what truly makes me come alive. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was one that changed my life forever. I started my journey in Southeast Asia, surrounded by lush green forests, vibrant cities, and kind-hearted people. I spent my days exploring ancient temples, trying new foods, and meeting fellow travelers who were on their own journeys of self-discovery. It was exhilarating and intimidating at the same time, but I knew that I needed to push past my comfort zone to truly grow. As I wandered through the streets of Chiang Mai, I stumbled upon a small cafe that became my haven. It was a place where I could sit for hours, sipping coffee, and reflecting on my life. I wrote in my journal, pouring my heart out onto the pages, and slowly but surely, I started to uncover my true desires and passions. I spent weeks exploring the countryside, taking bus rides to nowhere, and getting lost in the streets of Hanoi. It was during one of those bus rides that I had an epiphany. I realized that my life purpose wasn't about achieving some grand goal, but about living a life that was true to who I am. It was about embracing my quirks, my flaws, and my passions, and using them to make a positive impact on the world. That moment changed everything for me. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I could finally breathe again. I realized that my life purpose wasn't something I needed to find, it was something I needed to create. Looking back on my journey, I realized that the most profound moments of self-discovery came from the quiet moments of reflection, the times when I was forced to confront my own fears and doubts. It was in those moments that I discovered my strengths, my weaknesses, and my passions. If I could leave you with one takeaway from my journey, it's that your life purpose is not something you need to find, it's something you need to create. It's about embracing your uniqueness, your flaws, and your passions, and using them to make a positive impact on the world. Thanks for watching, and if you're feeling inspired to share your own thoughts on finding your life purpose, please leave a comment below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on travel, personal growth, and self-discovery. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.